What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist. You can have a favorite. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Healness across all platforms. If this is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice, I am a diagnosed narcissist, and I use my platforms to raise awareness for narcissistic personality disorder, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. Today's episode is going to be about how to get a narcissist to leave you alone for good. How to get them to leave you alone for good. And this is going to be very, very broad stroke subjective because everybody is going to be different. Some people, sometimes you, look, the number one, a lot of times you have to force narcissistic people to leave you alone. Sometimes you have to call the police on them. Sometimes you have to get restraining orders on them. Sometimes you have to take that route because I know you don't want to, but sometimes you have to do that in order to protect yourself and to protect your peace. Because if you discard a narcissist, if you break up with a narcissist, they typically become obsessed with you because they want to know why. They want to beg and plead and cry for some closure and stuff like that. Where they actually want to know why they weren't good enough for you. My whole life, I've never been good enough for anything. And now I'm not good enough for you. Can you please tell me why? I deserve some closure. If you can't have a conversation with me, then you don't even deserve me in the first place. Blah, blah, blah this, blah, blah, blah that. You know how it goes, 100%. You know how it goes. So I wish the best for everybody. Sometimes you have to force them to leave you alone. You just have to. I know it's outside of some people's comfort zone. You don't want to have to do that, but you have to force them to leave you alone. You have to. Restraining orders, police, protect yourself, Second Amendment type stuff. You have people are dangerous as hell. And if y'all live together and you discard a narcissist and y'all have lived together, change the locks immediately. Don't just have them hand their key over. Change the locks immediately and make sure you sweep your apartment or house for recording devices. Because I don't know if y'all saw the situation that popped up here recently with Jen Kid, Ali Abulan from TikTok and YouTube or whatever. The dude who imitate Al Pacino and Scarface and stuff like that and 6ix9ine. How he broke, how him and his wife separated. He allegedly used his key that he still had to the apartment, went in there and found his daughter's iPad. And allegedly put an app on her computer, on her iPad, where he could listen to what was going on inside the house with his phone. And the second he heard a man's voice in that house, he ran over there, used his key to get in there, allegedly. Used his key to get in there, and allegedly shot the wife in the forehead and shot the person she was in there with 3 times. Even though they have a history of him actually cheating on her. He's done videos and he's did domestic violence situations where she was going to get a restraining order on him. She was going to do this and this and that, but she ended up getting unalived allegedly by him. He's in jail right now. He confessed to he apparently confessed to his wife, to his daughter. After he shot her allegedly, he went to the school, picked his daughter up, and told his daughter that he had hurt her mommy. She's 5 years old. Told his mom, and then they said he confessed to the officers, but he pled not guilty. Yeah. Protect yourself. Change the locks. Make sure you clear, if there's apps or recording devices, to search the house. You have to sweep the house. People are when you're dealing with a narcissist, it goes from love bombing. I know people say the narcissistic cycle is like love bombing, idealization, devalue, discard, or whatnot. But there's a cycle in there. There's a step in there that a lot of people leave out. The narcissistic cycle is not just love bombing, idealization, devalue, discard. There's another part in there. Because when the love bombing stops, and the devaluation begins, they shift from loving you to thinking that you belong to them, to thinking that they own you, that you are their property. And this is man or woman. This is just man or woman. They think that you belong to them and they own you. They have access to your body, to your life overall. That's why it's so hard to get rid of narcissistic people, because they think that you belong to them. They think you own them. So that's why you have to force them to go away sometimes. You have to force it. You have to force it. Change the lock. If you discard them, they know you live. Change the locks. Protect yourself. Arm yourself. Not with your arms. You might have some big arms. Arm yourself. Second Amendment type stuff. I'm telling you because people are dangerous. They think that people fight for their favorite trophies. People fight for the stuff that they own and that they only belongs to them. So a narcissistic person, toxic person, whatever, might think that when they think that they own you, they will treat you as such. They will literally act like they own you, act like you belong to them, and they will treat you like they do, and it's a terrible, terrible thing. So that's why you said they will stalk you. They'll pop up at your job. They'll pop up at your work, pop up at your house, pop up at your school, or whatever. Go to the gym that you're going to. They've never been to the gym before, but all of a sudden, all of a sudden you on a Stairmaster, just getting it in, long lunges. All of a sudden, right on the Stairmaster next to you is your ex-narcissist, long lunging with you, racing you up the stairs, like y'all, racing up the damn stairs, like who can do the most flights. And it's scary because they'll pop up, they'll watch you. They'll be watching you. Make sure you're not talking to anybody else. Make sure you can't move on with anybody else because they don't want you to move on. Even though you are in these relationships a lot of times, they treat you like they don't want you, but they don't want anybody else to have you. They like to have their trophy, put it in the case, and dust it off every once in a while. And that's how the relationship works, though. They'll open and close the case, dust it off, use some love bomb you a little bit, clap your cheeks a little bit, close the case, put you back on the shelf, and go live their life. Continue the devaluation process because they own you. You're in the trophy case. Where you gonna go? That's how it works right there, y'all. That's why I'm telling people, sometimes to get them to leave you alone, you have to force them to. I'm not telling you to eliminate them or unalive them. I'm telling you to use force. Be strong in your boundaries. Tell them, and make sure it's documented. Just I asked this person to leave me alone. Can you please stop emailing me? Because they'll blow you up. They'll blow your phone up. They'll blow your work phone up. They'll blow your emails up. And that's the red flag, y'all. People are dangerous as hell if they're doing stuff like that. If they're just blowing every form of communication up to stifle you out from living your life, that's harassment. Call the damn police because if they're doing that type of stuff and they just happen, you cheat on them. I'm just telling you, if you cheat on them, you happen to another relationship quick, you better protect yourself because people will go crazy. I'm just 100% being real with you. They will, because they'll think if you move on really, really quick, like a week or two after y'all break up, after you discard them and kick them out and you're in a relationship a week later, I guarantee you that they're going to snare. Be careful because I can just almost guarantee you that people are going to, they will snap on you. They will let you know 100% that because they'll think that you left them for them, which you might have done. A week later, it looks like you left them for another person, and they're gonna snap on you. So be careful, protect your peace, protect your sanity, and protect your life because they will take it away because they think it belongs to them. Narcissists think your life belongs to them. We think literally it shifts to ownership. We feel like you belong to us, like we've been together X amount of time. That's enough time for me to claim ownership. You know what I mean? It just is. And I know it sounds demented and sick and things like that and how the mind works. That's literally just how it is right there. I want everybody to protect their peace as much as possible and protect your life as much as possible because they will take it away from you. They will strip it away from you. And because they feel like it belongs to them. 100% point blank period in the story. So I said, if you're dealing with a narcissist, to get them to leave you alone, sometimes you have to do restraining orders. Sometimes you have to move and sometimes you have to ghost them. You have to do that. You know what I mean? You have to ghost them. Tell them, just saying, "Hey, leave me alone." Sometimes it's not enough for a crazy person. Some of them shift past just regular narcissists and go to the darker side where they won't leave you alone. They'll blow up all forms of your social media. They'll blow up your phone and text messages and everything right there. Snapchats. They'll follow you. They'll try to show up at your work. I'm telling you, people are crazy. And if you take that person back, just be prepared for it to get worse. If that works to get you back, if they just blowing your cell phone up, blowing your calls up, showing up at your house, showing up at your job, if that stuff works to get you, if that stuff works to get you back to where they are, get you back into their lives, just be prepared for them to get worse every time you break up with them. Just be prepared for the same thing over and over and over again. And you know how this ends? It typically ends with them breaking up, them getting you into another long, drawn relationship, breaking up with you, and replacing you with somebody else. So they end up discarding you. Sometimes they'll get back with you just to be the one to discard you. It's like it's a childish game. Just like, I broke with you. Did I not? Cool. I discarded you. It's an ego boost to be the one to break up with somebody. But anyways, y'all, gotta hop off here. It's Thanksgiving. Halloween. I really truly appreciate the likes and subscriptions. Apple Music, 5 stars, please. Thank y'all for tuning in. Mental Illness is out. Peace.